The class gathered in the containment hall under strict supervision. This wasn't a normal lesson. Each student had been warned. What they were about to see was designed to expose their deepest fears and weaknesses. The instructors believed controlled terror was the ultimate way to reveal true character. At the center of the vast, sterile room stood a sealed enclosure. Inside, something waited. They called it the Fear Beast. It was a bioengineered marvel, crafted from neural scans and predator genetics. Its entire existence was built around reacting to anxiety and aggression. The more you feared it, the stronger it became. Past classes had failed this test spectacularly. The students formed a wide, trembling circle. Their heart rates were already climbing, their vitals displayed on silent screens, monitored by impassive instructors. No one spoke. The air was thick and heavy with anticipation. Then, with a hiss of hydraulics, the enclosure opened. The Fear Beast stepped out slowly. Its form was unstable, shifting and shimmering like a heat haze as it moved. It was a living mirror, reflecting the collective dread of everyone watching. Where one student a fear spiked long claws would briefly form, where another felt a jolt of panic. Its eyes would glow with a terrifying intensity. Several students took involuntary steps back. A sharp, high-pitched scream tore through the silence. The beast reacted instantly, lunging forward with impossible speed, stopping just inches from the designated line. Its very presence was a crushing weight, suffocating confidence and making every breath shallow. The instructors watched with a cold satisfaction. This was working exactly as intended. But then, something unexpected happened. Near the back of the circle stood a human student. He was smaller than most, with no visible armor enhancements or flashy tech. While others trembled, his pulse remained steady. His posture was relaxed, yet attentive. The beast noticed him. It was like a predator spotting a strange, calm animal in a field of panicked prey. It turned away from the loud, delicious fear it had been feeding on and began to move toward the quiet space he occupied. As it drew closer, its chaotic shape began to soften. The other students watched in confused silence. What was happening? The beast stopped directly in front of the human. It lowered its head, sniffing the air, circling him once. It was searching for something to feed on, some flicker of fear to latch onto. But there was nothing. The human didn't challenge it, but he didn't shrink away either. He simply acknowledged its presence, his breathing slow and even, his gassy soft. He was just there. The beast hesitated. It let out a low, confused sound. Then, to the utter shock of everyone in the room, it sat down. Gasps echoed through the hall. The instructors leaned forward in their chairs, their eyes glued to the monitors. This outcome wasn't in any of their data models. Slowly, the beast leaned closer to the human, its monstrous form stabilized, the claws retracting, the menacing glow in its eyes dimming to a soft amber. It then lowered its entire body, curled up against the human's leg, and fell asleep. Complete, stunned silence filled the hall. On the screens, the sensors showed a dramatic drop in the beast's neural aggression. The psychic fear field it projected had collapsed inward. It was no longer a threat. The instructors exchanged bewildered glances. This had never, ever happened before. One of them barked an order to seal the room. The heavy doors locked with a thud. The test would continue under observation. They needed to understand this anomaly. Minutes ticked by, but nothing changed. The beast slept deeply, and the human remained perfectly still beside it. He didn't touch it. He didn't speak. He simply existed. A strange thing began to happen to the other students. Watching this scene, their own fear began to subside. Their heart rates normalized. Their breathing steadied. Fear had lost its power because there was nothing left to amplify it. Eventually, the instructors had no choice but to end the test. The enclosure doors opened again, but the beast didn't stir. It remained curled up beside the human until handlers cautiously arrived to retrieve it. Later analysis revealed the incredible truth. The fear beast wasn't calmed by dominance or bravery. It was neutralized by the complete absence of fear. The human student had provided a baseline of emotional stability so profound that the system could undisrupt it. He hadn't fought the fear. He had simply not provided it with any fuel. The entire curriculum was quietly revised. The very definition of strength was The class never forgot the day the embodiment of fear was unleashed. and instead of fighting, it chose to rest. And the human who caused it all, he never mentioned it again. Thanks for watching.